and heard about it. But I promise you, after today's amazing session, you're going to leave here better equipped. You're going to leave here with a different idea and commitment to yourself as a woman and your body, how you are going to take care of yourself. So get everybody in here as fast as possible, okay? Kindly also bear with me. I have no idea what the network is doing today. I have equipped myself with all the available networks that are available. So anyhow it is happening and the devil think he's going to win. Not today. He came too late. We will make it happen. So just bear with me. If you stop hearing me at any point, quickly go to the chat box and drop 100 so I get it. All right? Awesome. So get everybody in here, invite everybody in here as I share my screen and we dive into the meat of the matter. Why? Because it is absolutely important you have understanding. You have knowledge. Most of you have knowledge. You know, you've heard about fibroid, you know, you've probably know someone that has experienced it, maybe a mom, an auntie, a sister, a friend. You know one or two people that are going through it or are having difficulties conceiving. You know certain women that are having problem with infertility. Get everybody in here. It is absolutely important that they understand these things and hear these things, okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, ma, we can.
All right. Can you hear me and see me? If you can hear me and see me, drop 100 in the chat box. You can hear me and you can see me, drop 100 in the chat box. Right. Awesome. My goodness. Awesome. Awesome. I love the energy. I love the energy. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay. We can see my screen clearly. Good.
Yes, ma.
Awesome. Awesome. So we have a very important discussion to have this evening, especially women. All right. Girl, child, young lady, a woman, you need to listen to this. Why? Because this is a fight that we have to start winning. Otherwise, the future is not looking so bright. With the information we have and the way this thing is growing, because the statistics show that 8 out of every 10 women has fibroid. That is how high it is. 8 out of every 10 ladies you line up has fibroid. So it is actually a very, very challenging problem and we need to deal with it. And what are we going to be discussing? What are fibroids? What are the symptoms and how does it affect you as a woman? What causes fibroid? What are the risk factors that lead to you, predisposes you to getting fibroids? What are the treatment options that you have? Because most of you don't even know you have treatment options. The only one you know is all the traditional concoction and mixtures out there on how to, which one to drink this one, take this one, and all the things, so many things out there that you know how to mix and drink. You don't even know if you have other alternatives or options, all right? Now, why is it important that we create awareness and help people detect these things early? You're going to learn all this by the grace of God before we wrap it up today. We also have testifiers on ground, women that we have worked with through our amazing program and the pillar supplement, health optimization through nutrition and supplementation that have made tremendous progress, overcome and won this battle called fibroid. Now, what is a fibroid? It is actually a muscular tumor that grows in the wall of your uterus. Your uterus simply means your womb. So I'm going to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to use layman terms. I'm not going to use a lot of medical terms so that the average woman, no matter your background or where you're coming from, you will get to understand me completely. all right, you will get to understand me completely. So this is a muscular tumor, a muscular growth, hard ball-like muscular growth that grows in your womb. Now, it can also be called uterine fibroid or fibroid or leiomyomas. Leiomyomas is the medical term for it, all right? But we're not going to use a lot of medical terms today. We're going to use normal, common, simple terms that anybody can get. And the thing is, these tumors are actually non-cancerous. They are benign. They're non-cancerous. They're benign, okay? Now, why is this thing so much? Why are we seeing it happening so much? Why is it so common? Why is it coming up more frequently? Because up to 70 to 80% of women will develop this by the age of 50. Yes. That's why 8 out of every 10 women is already. It's just that they don't know. They don't know until it becomes a problem. They already have it. Now, it's most common during reproductive years. This is when people actually notice it. But like Mrs. Chizo actually said, a 9-year-old is already having this. Imagine if she didn't have a medical condition that got her to the hospital, and while they were checking, they found out that something is abnormal about this young girl's womb. Her uterus is not looking normal, and they wait for that to check. Probably nothing even in connection with the reason they brought her to the hospital. They now found out that she's growing fibroids already at 9 years old. Now imagine when she's between the ages of 25 to 50, which are your peak reproductive years. By that time, the thing has gone far, probably multiples of it. And that is when it becomes a problem. You have fibroid. It is now interfering with conception, or you're struggling with fertility issue. That is when it becomes a problem. So you now see why it is a problem. So your reproductive years are the years that most women start paying attention to this, but that's not supposed to be so. Many women have fibroids without even knowing. I'm telling you, if a 9-year-old can have it, what makes you think that at 18, 19, 17, 21, 23, 35 that you don't have it? All right? Now, the risk is actually higher among African women. Do you know that? Fibroid is common worldwide, but it is more with African women. One, because genetically we are predisposed to it. There's something in our gene that just makes it easy to develop fibroids. So you're already -1, whether you like it or not. Now, secondly, a lot of women are not privileged to have access to healthcare facilities where early detection can be made possible. Host, kindly make my video, pin my video. All right. So these two factors make it very, very difficult to detect these things early until they become a problem. So if you're African, that means number one, -1, because you have something genetically that already predisposes you. It makes it high, it gives a higher chance of you getting fibroid or developing fibroids. Then the lack of access to medical health care, and I will add this one also, the lack of care and concern, the level of ignorance about this topic, that most women don't really even care about their reproductive health. So it's only when it becomes a health challenge and a problem, then suddenly you start paying attention to it. That's why you don't go for checkups. Every woman is supposed to go for minimum 2 medical checkups in a year. You do your full blood work, and you do your scans and every other thing to just make sure you're okay. But most people never even, you think hospitals is only for when you're sick. It's also to check whether things are good, you're making progress. Why? Because you're intentional and committed to your health. You're not taking chances with your health. You don't wait until it becomes a problem before you think that it is important. So it is linked to our descent through genes. And of course, because of the access to healthcare and the level of ignorance, it now even makes it more difficult. Then if you now add obesity means being overweight. It's now, you're now like -3 already. You're -3 already. So these are the reasons why it is very common. These are the reasons why it is very common. Now, there are types of fibroid. I know some of you don't even know. You just know that there is fibroid. That is all. You go for scan or something is going wrong over time, pain, severe menstrual heavy flow. If your monthly flow comes like this, is drama, like serious drama. You will be sick, you'll be rolling on the floor, you will be stooling, vomiting, they'll give you injections, all sort of things just for monthly flow. By the way, if you're having such severe, difficult monthly flows, it's not normal. Oh, that's not normal. I know in Africa, we used to carry pain on our chest like a badge. Your ability to tolerate pain and to endure pain is seen as a good thing as a woman. Let me tell you now, it's not, especially in this case. You're having such severe, painful, difficult menstrual flow every month. Something is wrong. That's not normal. It is not supposed to be so. So this session is going to help you have a clearer understanding of yourself as a woman, your body, and your reproductive, health. Because when you live here, you're not just living with the full and more equipped knowledge about fibroids. You're going to live here knowing better that your body as a woman is to be cherished. It should be treated differently. Don't take your body, don't treat it anyhow. All right. So there are different types of fibroids. And some of you have done scan. You may need to go back to those scans and check if the type of fibroid was mentioned there, because there are different types. The first type is actually the one called subserosal fibroid. This is actually located just, on the outer wall of the uterus. It is located on the outer wall of the uterus. That's the one on my left side. If you're looking at my screen on the left side, that big one down, that is what that particular fibroid looks like, the subserosal fibroid. Now, the second one is the submucosal. The submucosal develops just underneath the uterine lining outside. So one is inside, the other one is outside. Then you now have the intramural, which is between the muscle fibers, the uterine wall. That is where that one finds and locates itself and starts growing there. Then you have the pendicular fibroids, the one that attaches itself with a stalk to your uterus. And the funny thing is, it can grow on top, it can go inside, coming downwards, like a baby, that the head is turned down. It can grow like that. So there are types of it. So you have a better understanding now that it's not just that you have fibroids. There are different types, because the type also determines some of the symptoms you'll be seeing. We're going to learn more as we continue. All right. This is a clearer picture of what it looks like. This is a clearer picture of what it looks like. This is a normal fibroid, normal uterus, on my right-hand side. Then the left-hand side is what a fibroid tumor looks like in your uterus. You can see the big one on top. That is what a pendicular fibroid looks like. It will attach itself to the uterus, to your womb, with a stalk. Then you can see the one that is in the lining, in the walls. You can also see another pendicular one dangling downwards, coming out as if it's a baby's head that is dropping down. Yes, they can be that big. They range between 1 centimeter and 10 centimeter or more. It can be that huge. It can be that big. All right. So this is what it looks like. And they vary in size. You may need to also go back to some of your tests and scan and look at the sizes of what they told you have. Maybe you have 2 to 3 different types of sizes, different types, multiple, growing at different rates. Now, if it is between a 1 centimeter to 5 centimeter, it is as small as a seed, like a corn seed, and to the size of a cherry tomato. All right. Now, if it is medium size, then it's between 5 centimeter to 10 centimeter. If it is more than 10 centimeter, from 10 centimeter and above, that is a large fibroid, between the size of an orange to a watermelon. Let me show you guys a better picture. Let me see if I can unshare here and show you guys what a live sample of that looks like. All right, I'm going to make this class as interactive as possible so that you flow. Now, can you see my screen? When we mean 1 centimeter to 5 centimeter is small, the first one there is 2 centimeters. So you're seeing the size. That's the size of a cherry tomato, like a normal size tomato. That's what it looks like. Now, the second one is 4 centimeter, and small is considered 1 to 5. So you can see the size. That second one is 4 centimeter. Now, 5 to 10 is considered medium. This is what a 6 centimeter fibroid looks like. Doesn't that look almost like a full baby? Doesn't it look almost like a full baby? Now, imagine what a 10 centimeter and above, a large one, looks like. Are you not surprised that when we say it looks like the size of a watermelon, you're wondering how can somebody be carrying something as big as watermelon in their stomach? Yes, that is how it is. Hard muscular tumor growing in your womb. And the funny thing is, different types can be growing. It cannot just be, sometimes it's not just the submucosal or subserosal or intramural. All 4 can be growing at the same time, attached to different places all over the place. That's why they'll tell you multiple. All right? So it can be growing at different, as in all over. As submucosal is growing, intramural is growing, pendicular is attaching itself. The thing is all over, it's spreading. It's growing everywhere. Yes, that is it. That is how it does. All right? Now, let me continue with my slide. Awesome. Okay. So there are different sizes. So because you go for scan and they tell you have fibroid, you will just say, and they said I have fibroid, and that is it. And you don't even, you think it is something that, except when it start interfering with conception and fertility, suddenly it becomes a problem. Or when the pain is so excruciating that you can no longer tolerate it. And it is affecting your physiology and your emotions, your mental capacity. That's when it now becomes a problem for you. So it is beyond that, all right? It is beyond that. Now, what are the signs? Some of the early signs and symptoms. There are millions of different signs, thousands and thousands of them, different types. As there are different women, and each of us is different and unique, so is there a lot and lots and lots of different types and different symptoms. But I'm going to talk about the common ones that cut across every single person. The number one is very heavy and painful menstrual cycle. If this is your experience, my advice is quickly go for a scan. Quickly go for a scan, especially if your flow lasts more than 7 days. Every time you have a monthly flow, there is a lot of pain, a lot of muscle cramps, a lot of drama, a lot of excruciating, very heavy. You run through a menstrual pad like paper. Some of you even use diaper, baby diaper, to alternate, just so that your first 2-3 days you're bound. You can't do anything. You can't move. You can't even stand up straight. And it lasts for more than 7 days. And when your period is flowing, it comes out in lumps, in clots, big clots. It comes out in lumps. Please go for scan. All right? Go for scan. Now, another thing you notice is pain during intercourse. I'm not talking of the sweet pain kind of feeling when you're having intercourse. I'm talking of excruciating pain that you will scream and it cuts off every sensation of pleasure. That is the kind of pain I'm talking about. If you're experiencing that, then please quickly go for a scan. Pelvic pain and bloating. See, 3 days before your period, your lower tummy is like, you would think it's appendicitis that is doing you. It's on fire. You can't stand up straight. You're painful. You're rolling on the floor. The temperature is high. You're asking yourself, what is wrong with me? Just regular monthly flow for you is you dread it. You dread looking forward to it. Your tummy will swell up. You have severe bloats, almost as if you're about to you're pregnant, 2 or 3 months pregnant. Severe discomfort in your lower abdomen. Please go for a scan. Those things are not supposed to be normal. They are not. And like I said, African women, your ability to tolerate pain is not a badge, please. Is not. There are some pains you're supposed to endure. There are some that it is not normal. Don't close your mouth and say, your mom will say, we endured it, or the women around you tell you, we endured it, we went through it, nothing. That's why they end up having fibroids. And some of them, it is never discovered. Then they will now transfer it to their daughters. Because, yes, you can alter your genes with your lifestyle and you will transfer it. That's why it is genetically transferred. You can transfer these things. You can give your daughter, by your lifestyle right now, some of you are already priming yourself. You may not end up having it, but you've primed your DNA that your daughters, before you even give birth to them, will have fibroid because of the way you're living your lifestyle now. Frequent urination. Why? Because from the different types of fibroid I show you, there are some of those fibroids that presses the bladder. Because of the size and the location, it will press the bladder. And when it's pressing the bladder, it's like a woman that is pregnant. You'll be peeing back to back because you cannot completely empty your bladder because of the pressure of the fibroid on it. All right. So difficulty urinating, not urinating back to back, not emptying your bladder completely, is also part of it. It's part of the sign. You might not have severe pain, or to you that pain is normal because you've somehow adapted. Your tolerance level has grown to the point that that level of pain is normal. It's not a big deal anymore to you. These are other signs you need to be paying attention to. All right. Then fertility complications. Like I said, most women don't even know they have fibroid till it start interfering with their ability to conceive, or they are now finding it difficult to conceive, in fact. That's when they now start going for scan, for checkup, and doing all the things that they were supposed to be doing on a regular. So when you are finding it difficult to conceive, you've done everything, you people have checked it, please, it's important you go for the scan. All right? Then recurring miscarriages is also part of it. It can lead to it. All right? Complication during pregnancy and labor, it can be part of it. It can be part of it. So these are some of the signs and symptoms that you need to pay close attention to. Now, what are the causes? What causes this thing? And what's the risk factor? Number one, physical activities and BMI. Let me just put it at obesity. Obesity. You are a woman and you are not physically active, especially in your 30s upwards. You're not helping yourself. You are not. Because it's easy for you to start putting on weight as a woman once you hit 30 and above. Your body begins to naturally on its own store more fat. You may not even be eating or starving. You just see that you're putting on weight, and this time around, you're finding it difficult to lose the weight. That excessive fat is not helping you because it's messing with the hormone estrogen. And once there's excess estrogen, your body, your uterus just develops fibroid. It just begins to develop fibroid because excess of it is not so good. There's supposed to be hormonal balance. When it's imbalanced, especially when estrogen is what is higher, the tendency for you to have fibroids is high. So you need physical activities. You don't have to go to the gym, lift heavy weights, which I encourage all my ladies to do. But you see, having 30 to 45 minutes walk, you need to. Some of you leave the house in a car, go to the office, sit for hours in a car, come back in a car again, and no single physical activities. Nothing. No stress, easy life, sweet life, good, from air-conditioned house to air-conditioned environment, back to the house. A lot has changed. Back when our grandmothers and our mothers used to go out under direct sunlight. Do you know that one of the causes of fibroid is lack of vitamin D? And where do you get vitamin D? From the sun. When was the last time you had direct sun contact? And I'm not talking of the hot afternoon sun. I'm talking of that early morning sun between 6 to 10 a.m. When our grandmothers and mothers used to go to the farm and farm, that's when they leave the house very early and they go, and that when they are farming, those suns hit them. And you wonder why they don't have as much fibroid during their days as we do now. Yes, they might not have access to healthcare, but they didn't have the kind of complicated lifestyles that we do now, especially with fertility and conception. Your diet is number two. What you eat is your body. Because what you eat will determine how healthy your body is and how healthy your reproductive organs are. Let me tell you, there are 4 things that if you are eating right now and you're listening to me, you're not helping yourself. You are just packaging yourself for sickness. It's only a matter of time. Sickness will start showing up, and fibroid is included. You see, sugar, that's number 1. And sugar doesn't include raw sugar. It also includes carbohydrates, especially the ultra-processed ones. Sugar, number 2. Fructose. Fructose is any other kind of sugar that is not sugar. All those artificial sweeteners, sugar, name any one of them. Number 2. Number 3, ultra-processed foods. Any kind of food that comes in a packet can that is ultra-processed, you're not helping yourself. Then finally, seed oils, unhealthy fat. Be it canola, groundnut oil, whichever it is, as long as it is not cooking butter, animal fats, coconut oil, or olive oil, you are priming yourself for sickness. I am telling you now, some of you, your children from birth, morning, afternoon, night, everything they eat is either fried or cooked with seed oils, including the snack in between, seed oils. And you're wondering why 9-year-olds are having fibroids. Your food, what you eat as a woman as you get older, should include more proteins, vegetable, less of carbohydrates, and the carbohydrates should be straight from the ground. Complex carbs like your beans, your yam, your sweet potato, your plantain. It doesn't have to be fried, but you, if it's not fried, you will not eat. You will not eat. Yes, all those packet drinks, as long as it's not water, it's in form of in any packet, carton, or can, you are not helping your children. Neither is juicing or smoothing also eat. God created you with it. Fruit came with fiber in it. Eat, not drink. Not drink. Even coconut that has water in it has the chewable parts in it. But if it is not juiced or it is not in form of smoothie, you will not drink. You're just pouring down liquid sugar into your system, your diet. And the worst is for women, the older you get, the more harmful it is. Because the tendency for your body to start storing more fat is higher the older you get as a woman. And excessive fat is not good because it messes up your entire system, hormonal balance for one, which just makes sure that between estrogen and progesterone, the balance is not there anymore. So it keeps shifting up and down. And that shift is what leads to your body developing fibroids. So once your hormone is struggling, there's a problem. Your age also. Remember, productive years are very important. We pegged it at 25 to 50. Some girls get married very early in their 20s and in their 18s, 19s, they're already married and they're having kids. All right? So if you start your period, part of it is early menstrual cycle. Then late pregnancies. You didn't have your kids early, you're in your late 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s upwards. The possibilities of you developing fibroids is high. Your age also, 25 to 50, you're more prone. Your race and genetic already told us that as an African woman, black skin, genetically, you are already predisposed to having fibroids, whether you like it or not. So -1. The lack of access to healthcare facilities for early detection and diagnosis and treatment is number 2. Number 3 is the level of ignorance around the topic we're talking about. So you're -3 already, without even knowing that. -3. Endocrine disruptors. This one now, I will shake this table. If you're here listening to me, you're a lady. You're still relaxing your hair. Well done, continue. You're relaxing your hair. Most of those relaxers contain very toxic chemicals that seep into your scalp and are disrupting your hormones, and you're wondering why you're having fibroids. And some of you start it very early with your daughters. You start relaxing your hair as young as 2 years, 3 years. You're already putting relaxers on their hair and all sorts of chemicals to enhance hair, to softness and all the rest. Continue. Dyes, you're here, you like changing hair color like you change your clothes. Today is blue, tomorrow is green, next one is blonde, this one is red. Continue. Those chemicals are not healthy for you at all. You also like skincare routine very well. All those products, you like spending a lot of money on your buying. You're spending thousands of naira buying. That's how you're spending thousands of naira preparing expensive sickness for yourself. So you're supposed to use wisdom. When you're buying those products, turn it. You see that ingredients are the black. Snap it. Google them. And see what some of those ingredients do to you as a woman. A lot of feminine products, cosmetics, powder, creams are loaded. Those of you that like toning your skin, you want to be fairer and you use chemicals. Oh my goodness. This is why I say there's a lot of ignorance around the subject, and women are just doing whatever they like and wonder why they are ending up like their mothers and grandmothers. Old fast, very unhealthy, miserable, and a liability health-wise to everybody around them. And you're wondering why? Because your lifestyle right now is just directly leading to that direction. It's going that direction already. It's heading there. With the way you're living now, you're heading there already. It's only a matter of time. And you hate why your mother, she's always sick. It's a challenge. Everybody's struggling, financially a burden. And you're wondering, what's going on wrong? Your lifestyle now is taking you there. You're just heading there. It's only a matter of time. So endocrine disruptors, they're in relaxers, they're in hair, they're in some of the perfumes, they're in hair products, they're in creams. Yeah, even in some of you, your house, I want it to be scenting nice. All those scented candles, scented burning sticks, and all those incenses you burn in your house. Well done. Continue inhaling toxic chemicals. Inhale them very, very well. There are fruits that you combine and put in, fruits, skin, and leaves you combine and put in your house. It will smell nice. If you're a very neat person, you don't need to worry about those things. It's laziness that will make you think that you need all those things for a house to smell nice. But as you're putting those things in your house, you're inhaling toxic chemicals. As you're burning those scented candles, scented sticks, and all those things, aromatic, whatever in your house, you're using certain products, cleaning products, household products in your house. You have this one for mirror, you have this one to wipe, you have this one to do this, you have the one you use in cleaning tile, you have the one for bathroom, all those chemicals, you have different types of detergents for your clothes. Continue. That's how you are exposing yourself to all sorts of toxic chemicals that your skin is absorbing, is disrupting your hormones and is proning you, just helping your system land itself in developing fibroids. So you can see that my last point there, which is the lifestyle, ties everything together. How you live your life is a problem because the major cause is your lifestyle, your tastes, the things you eat, the things you wear, the things you do to your body and your skin is the biggest problem. So stop wondering how this thing happened to me or why is it happening to me. Very few women is inherited. Most is their lifestyle. And you're already priming your daughters, your little girls. You're exposing them to this same lifestyle. This time around, times 10. What are the treatment options you have? Number one, medication. There are hormonal therapies and there are also pain managements. All right. Number two, minimal invasive procedures like uterine artery embolism. In this case, the blood flow to the arteries heading to the uterus is blocked or cut off so that the fibroid can shrink. Or myomectomy, where they cut you open surgery and remove the fibroids and leave your uterus intact, especially for women who want to still conceive. Now, surgical options are hysterectomy, where the womb is removed completely. In such cases, the spread and growth of the fibroid can no longer be stopped. Once you go under the knife, the chances of the fibroids coming back is 80 to 90%. Yes. Surgically, if you remove a fibroid, the chances of it coming back is 80 to 90%. And it's different for different women. Okay? Why is that? Because the underlying problem, which is the lifestyle, you have no argument, you've not changed it. You just did surgery to deal with the main problem. The main thing that is causing the fibroid to keep coming back, you've not touched it. So why do you think it will not keep coming back? When you are not doing anything to cut off the main thing that is supplying the fibroid from happening, you just go and do surgery. But you're still eating what you're eating. You're eating anyhow, inflammatory oils, sugar, energy drink. You eat a lot of carbs. You don't take care of yourself. You don't exercise. You don't go for medical checkup. You do nothing. Nothing, practically nothing. You love your facial products, but you're very, very ignorant about the contents of them. You dye your hair, you use relaxers, you use all sorts of products in your house, exposing yourself to all sorts of things, and you wonder why you're having problems. Alternative therapies are acupuncture, dietary changes, which is what we actually focus on in this program. Dietary changes. Because 80 to 90% of fibroids comes from dietary changes. And part of the pillar is also nutrition, supplementation, lifestyle change. So when you come, we tackle your nutrition first. We include supplementation in what you're doing, and we help you change your lifestyle so that the root cause of the problem is what is dealt with. So we're going to talk about these things, this lifestyle change that can help you and supplementation that can help you. Number one, dietary and nutritional change. Oh my goodness, only if women understand that the older you get, you lose more muscle and store more fats. And in case you're not aware, muscle is your organ of longevity. This is what keeps you young, strong, vibrant. This is what determines how fast you bounce back from being sick and staying healthy. But you people think it's all about going to the gym and carrying weights and looking like a man. No, it's beyond that. That's why men live longer than women. Because at some point, they take exercise seriously and they build muscle and eat very healthy. But you know, the older you get, the easier it is for your body to store fats. Are you hearing me? If you're hearing me, type 100 in the chat box. Especially my women that are above 30s. Go to the chat box and type yes. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Drop it there. 100 or yes. Are you hearing me? Once you hit 30, your body automatically loves storing fat. Why? Stress, lack of sleep, your food. All these things are helping your body store a lot of fat in case you're not aware. Meanwhile, you're still eating as if you're in your 20s. You think it's that time that you eat anyhow and you will not gain weight. Try it now. Every woman is different though. Some people, it takes a while. And it doesn't mean that because you're slim, you don't have a lot of fat in your body. Or because you're fat, you don't have a lot of muscle in your body. No. There are slim people that I know that have high blood pressure. Yes. And what causes high blood pressure? Insulin resistance. What is insulin resistance? The major chief hormone that is supposed to be controlling everything is not functioning anymore. Supplementation, why? Because there are times that you might not eat to meet your nutritional daily requirements. You might not even feel like eating. You need to supplement. You need to be taking supplements. Hormonal balance and liver support, weight management, and finally, mind-body connection. So let's break it down gradually so that you understand why this program is one of the best things that can happen to you. Dietary and nutritional changes. Fibroid thrives on inflammation. This is where I am holding. See, do you see this in your ear? Hold it like this. If you're here and you're still eating seed oils, seed oil includes all those your groundnut oils, any kind of oil that is not red oil, olive oil, coconut oil, animal fats, either tallow, beef, or lard, or ghee, and cooking butter. I didn't say margarine, no. I said cooking butter. You see these 5 things I mentioned. If it is not any of them, any other oil you see is inflammatory, very highly inflammatory. It has been linked to one of the first and deadliest form that causes cancer. Yes, inflammatory oils. They are very, very terrible. Seed oils, they are horrible. And some of you, morning, afternoon, night, groundnut oil, they enter pan or they enter food. Even the snacks you're eating has oil in it. It destroys and makes your hormone unbalanced. And it ensures that your liver will not detoxify properly. So your diet needs to take care of your liver's ability to detoxify your system. Ensure that your liver is functioning well so that it can help balance hormonal activity. Because once estrogen is in excess, wahala for you. The automatic fibroid, whether you like it or not. So your liver is the main organ of detoxification, and that organ processes estrogen. When it is sluggish or no longer functioning, just know that estrogen builds up, and before you know it, fibroid. And guess what ensures that your liver doesn't function well? Fats. Previously, it used to be people who drink a lot of alcohol. Yes. But right now, people who eat a lot of seed oils and a lot of carbohydrates, fats. And guess where it goes to store itself? Liver. To condemn it so that it will not work well. And once it is not working well, a lot of things start going bad. Your body now begins to look for where to store fat. For the women, the first place is always the tummy, then your bum, then other places, your hand, your neck, your face, any other place that you can store it. Then you start going to your distant blood vessels, and it will line it with fats. And when you line your blood vessels with fat, if the hole used to be this big, by the time fat deposit round, the hole will now be this small. And you're wondering why you're having blood pressure, and they're telling you don't eat salt. How is salt the problem for high blood? How is salt causing high blood pressure? When fat has narrowed your blood vessel like this, that blood cannot even flow again. They're telling you not to eat salt, instead of telling you the root cause of the problem. The main thing that is causing you having high blood pressure, which is fats, because of what you're eating. So how do you detoxify your liver? 1, water. And not just water. Put salt in that water so that your body will absorb it properly. A teaspoon of salt in a glass of water. And drink a lot of it during the day. 2, fasting. Fasting. I know some of you are pro in fasting. But this time around, as you get older as a woman, you're not supposed to fast a lot actually. So this is where intermittent fasting comes in handy. All right? You need sleep. Stop Stop joking with your sleeping hours. The older you get, the more sleep you have. And some of you are building certain lifestyle habits now, that by the time you're now getting older, you find it more difficult to sleep and you're wondering why. The way your mothers right now are saying, I cannot sleep. If I just sleep for 1 hour, 3 hours, I'm awake. I cannot sleep again. Continue. That thing that is making you not to sleep, that you're doing now, is already helping you form a habit that when time comes for you to need that sleep, you know go see them. Reduce stress. Why? Stress and fats are 5 and 6. The higher your stress level, the more your body stores fat. Cortisol loves storing fat. Stress hormone, unlike a fat, he loves fat. He's in love with fat. His love language is fat. So the most stressful whatever you're doing or going through right now is, just know that your body's in fat storage mode. It's storing fat. It doesn't matter what you eat, it will store it more as fat. Supplementation, take food supplements. We're going to have one of our top consultants come in later and break it down for you, how you can have access to some of this. All right? Weight management. This is when you need to now start engaging in physical activities, especially building muscle. I know you people don't like carrying weight. You are soft. You came to this life to enjoy soft life. You cannot come and go and kill yourself. I know. Don't worry. You're saying seeds now. Harvest will come. And remember, harvest never comes as seed. It will come in 30, 60, or 100 folds. So whatever you're doing now, you're planting the seeds, and the time will come. You need to start engaging in physical activity. Start with walking 30 to 45 minutes a day if you cannot get to the gym. Trek for 30 to 45 minutes. Sweat. That kind of sweat that go to gum your body. Sweat. You need it. Start from there, first of all, before you start going to the gym. So you need physical activities to burn fats. You need it. All right? You need that physical activity to burn fat. And finally, mind-body connection. Your emotions and stress level directly affect hormonal balance. You need to practice certain lifestyle. I don't know, some women, they're still joking with their lives. You know, they used to say once a woman crosses 40, she doesn't give a shit about a lot of things. That's true. But I'm telling you now, you need to start younger. You need to get spiritual. I don't care which one you want to do. If it's God, hold him tight. If it's devil, hold him tight. Whichever you want to do, hold it very, very tight. You need to have a prayer life, because life is beyond physical. It's spiritual also. You need to have something that centers you, that controls your life and your actions and decisions. You need it, whether you like it or not, especially as a woman. It helps your mental capacity, your emotional stability, and your sanity. You need to be meditating on the word of God. You need to be taking it in. You need exercises, deep breathing, walking, gymming, yoga, whichever you want to do. Pick one and start doing it. Just start. That's the most important part. You need to start doing gratitude journaling. Have a place. I started again recently. I used to do it. I stopped. I started again. Have a place where every day you write down what you're grateful for about today. No matter how mundane. I slept and I woke up. I'm grateful. I'm alive. I'm not sick. I didn't end up in a hospital. I'm not in a coma. I'm okay. My bodies are functioning. Everything is well. Everything is going well. Yes, you need to start writing things like that. These children, we prepared them. We took them to school, dropped them off, and picked them up. Nothing happened. I'm grateful. Today there was food in this house. We even had variety to eat. Father, thank you. You need to start journaling. At work today, I was able to achieve this, do that. In my business, we made this progress. Write it down. Be grateful for those things. The universe responds to such things and bring more good into your life, which will make your life happier, which will make you be better. Positive affirmations, like my body is healing itself naturally. It should match with your actions. You can't be saying my body is healing itself naturally, but you're eating shawarma, you're eating pizza, you're eating spaghetti and noodles back to back all the time. Your favorite food is spaghetti, Bongolese. Yes, it's Indomie that you're eating. Eat egg, no. They said you used to make people fat. But you can swallow 2 super packs of Indomie and eat a whole bowl of spaghetti. But eat 4 or 6 eggs. No, they said you used to make fat. That spaghetti you're eating, what do you think is doing to your body? What do you think carbohydrate is doing when it enters your body? Fat, in case you're not aware. So the fat you're avoiding, you're already eating it times 10 by not eating the right things. There are good fats, there are bad fats. The fat in egg is the good fat. That kind of fat, your hormones uses it. That's what your hormone uses to balance itself. The fat that comes from carbohydrates, your body uses it as sugar. The one that remains that you did not use, it will store it as fat in your liver. In case you're not aware, that's where it goes to. So your actions have to match your words, all right? Why is it important that we create this awareness? Because it's important to recognize these symptoms early. You recognize it early and you can seek medical helps. Every woman under the sound of my voice, you need to be going for medical checkup twice a year. Do your food blood work, do your BP, sugar, check your uterus, check everything twice in a year, 2 times in a year, once every 6 months. Goodness me, how much is this thing? You need to ask questions and understand. Stop being and playing ignorant until it's affecting you directly. Pay close attention, learn some of these things so that you can teach your daughters differently, so that you can handle and raise your daughters differently and prepare them to be able to deal with these challenges. Should do regular gynecological checkup. You need to be checking out yourself. Like I said, minimum twice in a year, go for tests. Because early detection prevents complication. Don't let it lead to infertility or difficulty in conceiving. That's when you now start paying close attention to it. All right? Now, fibroids are manageable. You can manage them. If you're under the sound of my voice and you are listening to me, you already have fibroid, you can manage it so that it doesn't reduce your life to misery. You can. You can manage it with the right care. What is the right care? Start with your food, your nutrition. What do you eat? What are you eating? What are you eating? Are you aware that sausages, there is no meat in sausage? You see, although your sausage you're buying, those of you that like sausage, your best food is shawarma. The flat bread itself, ultra processed. Yes, ultra processed. Then the only protein there is maybe the chicken or the beef they put there. The salad they put there, they've added mayonnaise that is chemical again inside. You can make your own mayonnaise at home. Are you aware? With just 4 simple ingredients. Less calorie, more healthy. Way better for you. Those sausages you buy, next time you buy it, turn the pack around, look at ingredients and see whether you will see any kind of meat there. There's no meat in that thing you're eating. So what exactly are you eating? Your food is the number one thing. Food, nutrition. What you put into your body is what your body is. You dump rubbish is what you get. You put good things, good thing is what will come out. What you're supposed to be eating is proteins, lots of vegetable, and less of carbohydrates. The older you get. 1, you need proteins to build muscle. Muscle protects your bone. If you're having arthritis or any kind of bone problem, just know that you don't have muscle mass. That's why. Because the more muscle you have, the stronger your bones are. The less muscle mass you have, the weaker your bones are. It will be like butter, brittle. If they touch it like this, small thing you say that mama fell in the bathroom. Trembling. You can't walk straight or stand up straight. Every time pain, lower back pain, osteospondylosis, arthritis, all sort of artists added to the names. Knowledge helps women make more confident decisions. You now know better. Maybe you didn't know much about fibroid like this before coming here. You're living here better equipped, knowledge-wise. Now that you know better, you're expected to do better. You now know that those oils, seed oils, they are not helping you health-wise. Start reducing how you eat them. Yes, your grandmothers and your mothers ate red oil. Nothing happened to them. They were good. You're now raising your children with cornflakes and all sorts of, fry things. From breakfast to lunch to dinner, there's either one form of oil or the other inside. They're not helping you. Some of you here, your children cannot eat beans and sweet potato or beans and yam. They don't even know what it is. Because all the time it's fried rice, jollof rice, spaghetti, and all sorts of refined food, five-star continental foods that your children are eating. And you're wondering why 9-year-olds are having fibroids and they are obese and overweight and they're having severe mental problems. They can't function. They don't have tolerance. They don't have endurance. You are not alone on this journey. Many women have overcome fibroids, and you're going to hear some of the testimonies. Your body deserves good attention and care, but do it the right way. Do it the right way. You now know that there's something called endocrine disruptors, and a lot of it comes from your relaxer, your hair dyes, your hair products, your facial products, your household cleaning things, and all those scented candles and scented sticks you like burning in your house. Some of them are not good at all. They are very, very toxic, and you're not helping yourselves. So these are things you need to start paying close attention to. Don't just buy things because everybody's buying it or because they are good, people are using it. No. Always read the label and check out the ingredients, what it is made with. This prayer is for every woman listening to me right now. Every woman under the sound of my voice. We're going to pray for you. Why? Because we understand the pain and the difficulty you're going through. And we're here to hold your hands and ensure that at the end of the journey, you don't regret. And not just that, but the other women around you have a better understanding of how to guide and direct them. There are so many remedies out there for fibroid, a lot. All sort of traditional herbal mixture concussion. Oh my God. When I was going through this, preparing my material, I saw all sort of things. But the truth is, as long as you keep eating the things that will make it to keep coming back, it doesn't matter if you do surgery or take any kind of herbal concussion. As long as your lifestyle is not changed, which is the root cause of the problem, the things you eat, the way you live your life and the things you do, physical activities and all that, as long as you don't do something about those ones, the fibroid will keep coming back. It's only a matter of time. Drink the concoction, it will wipe it out. Stop drinking the concoction, it will come back. It's only a matter of time. Why? Because you've not dealt with the main problem. Your diet, your nutrition. You need to be supplementing. You need to change certain lifestyles that you have so that you would be a healthier, better version of yourself.